We live visual lives. Far more than words, we spend a vast amount of our time looking, seeing, bringing in, with our eyes. As a result, there are some things which we pick up exceptionally quickly when we see it. In fact, sighted humans are incredibly sensitive to tiniest things. How sensitive? When editing our advertising work, we often have clients say, "That section is bad, change shots." Yet after we edit the same shots by removing 2 or 3 frames, 1/15 of a second, they love it. We are that sensitive. So why would we say, "Picture worth 1,000 words"? Ignore the number, 1,000, it's just to make it seem a lot. That said, there are a great many things which communicate instantly in a picture or pictures. So, for example, please go write down rules for someone who has never used a computer to use a mouse to interact with a computer. Really? Go try it. It sucks. Incredibly convoluted, complicated, difficult. But, film someone using a mouse and very quickly someone can fully grasp it and be highly competent. Many things we need to communicate are poor for words. After a career filming commercials and communicating with crews, I've learned to draw stick figures that are incredibly inaccurate, but get across what's in my mind far faster than trying to explain it. We all receive and process words differently. Words are not natural to humanity in the same way the pictures are. Words are, in fact, a higher-level intelligence tool, a tool that we have to put out extensive training for people to become competent with them. That said, there are times when words are more effective than pictures. The idiom is not universal. Many pictures are misleading, sometimes not trusted. When it comes to product pricing, a deal, or to communicating something like cancer rates across counties, words, numbers, and tables are more effective. In our work with consumers in research, we've found they want to see the details of the deal. They've been burned before. In immediate effect, surely. It's the difference between listening to the commentary of a game, cricket, football, baseball, take your pick, on a radio and watching it live on the Idiot Box. I will take the TV anytime. If asked to tell an audience what I saw while on a trekking tour, I can sit with a thesaurus and go all wordy to describe a scene I saw, but it would be far easier to just use a digital camera and share a picture instead. My audience would instantly understand and appreciate what I saw. Descriptions take time. Results are not all that reliable. I could spend ages describing the scene and just pray that the audience has grasped what I described. But there is no guarantee of the result. Whether you understood or not depends entirely on my ability to explain and your ability to grasp. A bunch of variables are at play: language skills, IQ, imagination, ability to communicate, and ability to assimilate. Digital cameras have brought socialism to descriptions. Anyone can take a picture and share it. It is no longer the preserve of the Da Vincis and the Picassos. You don't need any language skills. When I traveled to places in China, I just needed a picture book. I pointed at bread and got bread. Except for one instance when I pointed at the picture of a bed and landed at a furniture shop instead of at a hotel, it worked just fine. Oh yes, pictures are worth 1,000 words. Definitely. Particularly if you don't have the words. But on certain counts, words score higher. First of all, when it comes to replication, words are easier to replicate than pictures. I need a piece of paper, a pencil, and the original text, and I can replicate the text word for word and achieve exactly the same impact on a neutral person as the original writing itself. No sweat. On the other hand, in a non-digital world, you give me an original picture and some canvas, some paints, some brushes, and ask me to replicate. At least in my case, it would be a lost cause. Totally hopeless. That's why people who can produce counterfeits tend to be so rich. It needs talent. There is no socialization of talent. It continues to be unfair. Now let us look at another advantage I can think of: retention over time. Let us take an example. There is a field of daffodils in full bloom. We have some pictures and some words. I have never agreed much with this expression. In fact, I use the converse often to make a point. A word is worth 1,000 pictures. Why? Let me provide the word, and the human imagination will provide unlimited pictures far beyond any photographer's ability to capture. On December 22, 1944, a large force of German troops commanded by General Heinrich von Luttwitz confronted a much smaller enemy force, the American 101st Airborne Division, temporarily commanded by Brigadier General Anthony McAuliffe, during the Battle of the Bulge. General von Luttwitz sent 2 officers and 2 enlisted men under a flag of truce to deliver the following ultimatum. To the USA commander of the encircled town of Bastogne. The fortune of war is changing. This time the USA forces in and near Bastogne have been encircled by strong German armored units. More German armored units have crossed the river Aar near Orthaville, have taken Marquet and reached St. Hubert by passing through Humper-Sibret-Tillet. Liebremont is in German hands. There is only one possibility to save the encircled USA troops from total annihilation, that is the honorable surrender of the encircled town. In order to think it over, a term of 2 hours will be granted beginning with the presentation of this note. If this proposal should be rejected, 1 German artillery corps and 6 heavy AA battalions are ready to annihilate the USA troops in and near Bastogne. The order for firing will be given immediately after this 2 hours term. All the serious civilian losses caused by this artillery fire would not correspond with the well-known American humanity.